Now, your high school recruiting report with Channel 2's Zach Klein and AJC recruiting expert Michael Carvell.
Anthony Amey in for Zach Klein this week, as always, joined by Michael Carvell of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. And Michael, Atlanta, of course, home to so many college football signees every year. I know with the way recruiting works, so many of the city's top high school prospects have already decided on their college destinations, but there are always a few that decide to wait until the last minute. Who are some of Atlanta's top uncommitted prospects right now?
Yeah, I think you have to start out in Gwinnett County, which is called the SEC of high school football for a reason. Central Gwinnett High School has a player attracting attention from most of the SEC top schools, and that special talent would be this guy, Adonis Thomas, a four-star linebacker, number 5 there. And if you've been following his recruiting, there's been a lot of twists and turns. Adonis committed to Florida last summer. Then he decommitted from the Gators before Will Muschamp was fired. Maybe he knew something we didn't, Anthony.
Maybe.
Anyways, now it looks like he'll go to Alabama, but LSU's also in the mix.
Pretty interesting choices, Michael. Another outstanding prospect out of Gwinnett, Daniel Baybay, the 3-star tight end from North Gwinnett High School. I've covered a couple of his games. This kid is huge, and he's another one that was committed to an SEC school early but decided to open things back up.
Yeah, great job with that last name there. I struggle with it all the time. Baybay. Never a boring moment in recruiting, is it? Yes, Daniel committed to Missouri last spring, and everything was going well there until Florida got involved, and maybe Missouri felt a little bit threatened. Whatever the deal was, both sides decided to part ways, and Daniel has plenty of options. Personally, I think he's one of the state's most overlooked prospects, and I think this one will come down to Ohio State and Florida. And I wouldn't be surprised if some other schools jumped in late. A really good-looking kid, Anthony.
A lot of talent, a lot of size for some quarterback next year. Now, Langston Hughes High School having a great season. One of the reasons, DeAndre Walker, the All-State defensive end. What's the latest with him?
Yeah, I think DeAndre has put recruiting on the back burner a little bit to focus on his senior season, but things are really going to pick up over the next few weeks. Walker is a 4-star prospect who specializes in rushing the passer. Right now, this one looks like a 3-horse race between Georgia, Tennessee, and Auburn. And I know Walker has to work on some of his grades, but what an outstanding talent.
Certainly looks like it. Back out to Gwinnett County now, as you called it, the SEC of high school football, to talk about one more of Atlanta's top uncommitted prospects right now. That will be Daniel Fenella, a 3-star linebacker from Grayson High School. What's going on with him?
Yeah, every year you see some kids and wonder, how does that kid not have 30 scholarship offers? I mean, that's pretty much the deal with Daniel Fenella. I just don't get it. Daniel had some good early offers, including Michigan State and Louisville, but I still feel like he's being overlooked. Daniel has prototype size for an inside linebacker at 6'2", 220 pounds. He moves well, he's very physical, and I think finally some other big schools are noticing that. Daniel got an offer from South Carolina last week, and Anthony, I expect his recruiting to explode over the next month.
That young man could be growing more and more over the next few months as he attempts to make his decision. Michael Carvell of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. We'll see you again next week.